David Woolcott, you have a play, a one-man play here at the Harlow Playhouse coming in March. Tell us a little bit about it.
So, My Boy's Blood is a story of two people, myself and Melanie Hopwood. Melanie Hopwood is the mother of Tommy Jones, who was a boy, 16-year-old, who lost his life to knife crime in 2006. Melanie is an incredible person, incredible mother, and she actually helped bring the Knife Angel to Harlow, here at the Harlow Playhouse, through the whole of September to raise awareness on knife crime and violence. And the show My Boy's Blood is a mixture of verbatim theatre and, which I like to call, turnt rap story. I like to write a lot of rap, a lot of spoken word, and perform myself. I was able to perform at the Knife Angel, which was a great privilege. And the show really delves into the story of Melanie's experiences as a mother who has lost a son to knife crime, and my experiences intertwined growing up as a young boy, growing up in Harlow, which is rife with knife crime, rife with violence, being around gang-affiliated culture, and very privileged to be able to be in my position now as an artist, coming back and trying to make the social change.
Do you truly believe that Harlow is rife with knife crime? I've got statistics on our site. 177 people found in possession of a knife a year. And you think that figure is just scratching the surface?
Yes. I try to avoid statistics because these are also through media, which I don't trust as a whole. No hate to yourself. However, these are, like I said, I also grew up in Harlow. I've always lived in Harlow. I grew up surrounded by gangs. I grew up out on the streets, as everybody does here, and you see it, you first hand see it. And it's not, the statistics can't really represent the feelings of what it feels like to grow up in Harlow, in a town where knife crime is so prevalent, because a number on the screen doesn't really tell you that fear that a lot of people have to grow up within Harlow, looking over your shoulder, living in fear, thinking, oh, if I get into an altercation, are they going to put out a knife? And just trying to avoid anything. That is not a place I want people to grow up in. And as I said in my speech at the Knife Angel, there's so much more to this town than just violence and pain. It's a beautiful town with some beautiful people.
Do you think some organisations might think you're fear-mongering or scaremongering? But are you saying this is the reality?
Interesting question. I think if you think I'm fear-mongering, I'd say check the news as a whole. My job as an artist, especially in verbatim theatre, for anyone who doesn't know the term, is people that have journalised stories and then use the exact words in the story. So the interviews I conducted with Melanie, and then taking her exact words from that interview and then transforming them into a script alongside my own words. So I wouldn't say with my art, I'm not fear-mongering. I'm actually representing true stories and true words that have happened. So yeah, no, I'd say no.
Two performances. I mean, was the first performance in London?
So the first performance is going to be at my drama school, Rose Bruford, in March, the middle of March, and then the next one in May, at actually the Harlow Fringe Festival, which I'm proud to announce. It's going to be the first ever Harlow Fringe Festival where loads of young artists, young artistic companies, theatre companies are coming together to put on a week of new art, new installations, and yeah, my show will be on the 17th of May that week.
But thinking you've got the show on in March, didn't you? So
yeah.
How long does it take? Is it all complete? It's all written, all finished?
So the interviews have been conducted. I'm very much underway of creating a script. I'm trying to be careful with this one, of course. This is a true story. It's Melanie's story and my own story intertwined, as I said. But I don't want to dramatise a story for an artistic sake. I don't want to create a show that's entertaining just for the sake of being entertaining. I want to bring truth to the stage, and I want to do that through, like I said, through rap, through a play on lighting. And also, I'll be using things such as marbles and new materials to represent lives, to represent real statistics so you can see them on stage.
You've got any answers? You've got any solutions? How do you get the knife crime out of Harlow?
Of course, yeah. Personally, for me, from my experiences and my observations, art and theatre, it's not an answer, but it is a way forward. It's an approach. I don't think there's any answers because answers are subjective to people. I think, for me, as I said, as an artist, as a young person who loves art and theatre is an answer. It's a way of, it's an approach to an answer, I should say. If you could see the Knife Angel in September, there was hundreds of people. I've never seen cultivation of people like that from my hometown around knife crime, and people were amazed. The Knife Angel itself made over 100,000 knives. That is an art sculpture. And then I was able to perform. Delisha, Melanie's daughter, was able to perform. My friend Marley, another member of the Mercy Collective, was able to perform. And this was all art and theatre that was bringing people together to raising a message, to raise awareness around an important message. And after my performance, it was beautiful. I had so many people coming up to me and honestly speaking about their experiences in Harlow Island, how it made it feel empathetic, and they were conversations that need to be had.
Are there key ages that need help and support and diversions away from crime? Do you think it's 14 to 18? What do you think? You said you saw a man with a knife who's age 40.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's any sort of demographic to be targeted here. Obviously, me being 22 years old, I think it's easier for me to access these younger audiences, especially presenting my work through rap. I think this is a medium that is a lot more excitable for younger audiences. However, obviously, I'm trying to widen my horizons and reach all these target audiences. I know Harlow is a very diverse place of people of all backgrounds, all ages. So I'm definitely trying to figure out how I can access these people, because everybody, and I don't think people. I think there's a stereotype around knife crime. Just because if you're carrying a knife, or for me, I think being in a town where knife crime is so common, you don't have to be carrying a knife to be a part of knife crime. Like I said earlier, walking around the streets and feeling that fear, that is the effects of knife crime. Knowing somebody who has lost someone through knife crime, that is the effects of knife crime. They have a much bigger snowball effect than people imagine. Just the idea of, oh, he's got a knife on him, or she's got a knife on him, or they've got a knife on them. That's knife crime. No, knife crime is a lot bigger, and it needs to be understood in a different way.
And finally, your actual performance. Is it? Is it simply you standing there speaking for an hour, or is it multimedia? What can people expect?
Yeah. So
I know you said about the way you express yourself in theatre, but verbatim.
Yeah. So at the Mercy Theatre Collective, we like to unmask social issues through art and theatre. And for me, we are always trying to do this in an entertaining, sensitive, and mindful way. So for this show, My Boy's Blood, I'm thinking about all these artistic approaches I can take to bring truth to this story and justice to this story, as well as creating a story that is grabbing, that is through the attention for the mind. I want people to leave, and I want conversations to arise. I want people to think, not only is that an incredible show, incredible performance, but listen to the words that were said in that show. And I want them to leave thinking, I want to actively make a change from that show. And that could look like anything. That could be from reaching out to someone to go into more events at the Harlow Playhouse, to go into trying to get the Knife Angel back, to reaching out to Melanie and people like Melanie who have lost his people. Melanie runs the Tommy Jones Project and Split Second, and she also runs her son is in a young people's football team about Tommy Jones Project. And things are here, things are in the Harlow town. Like, there's things actively happening, and people just need to be signposted towards them. So I think my show is used in all sorts of art mediums and approaches, from an original score of music to rap to the use of different materials, to really present what I'm trying to do in a successful and exciting and honest way.